Ogedengbe backing his way in. Still Ogedengbe wants the travel call. Doesn't get the travel call. It's going to stay with Surrey with 10 seconds to shoot it. Ogedengbe looking to, he was looking for a teammate to get open ideally. Puts up the shot. Samuel's not able to get the prayer away. And at the end of the first half, the Surrey Scorchers are in the lead. 20 plays 26 here after 20. Game 3 of finals day here at the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2023, live from Brixton.
Well, been hit by the technical bug once again there, Darren, and unfortunately, they've not been listening to our full first half commentary. But don't worry, if there were any highlights, there would be commentary on it as we recorded it. Anyway, welcome if you've just joined us to the Hoopsfix Pro-Am 2023 final week of action. I'm your co-commentator, Ty Hadj, alongside the league commentator, Darren. Welcome if you've just joined us. Thank you for all your thoughts in the comment section. Let us know about your thoughts of today's game, who you think is going to be the MVP of this game, who you're supporting. As we get today's action underway, we're looking forward to our finals coming up now, isn't that right, Darren?
Absolutely. We've got the women's final coming up at 3:30. Sapphire taking on Ruby, and our men's final, our final game of the day at 4:45 slated tip-off time. That might get pushed a little bit. Hoopspace taking on the Glacier Boys. But before that, we've got our 3-4 final. Ankh taking on TVC. They both sides fell just short, and I mean just short, in some brilliant semi-finals action last week. And our final 4 games of last week were about as close as you could expect from a game of basketball. And to have 4 of them in a row, ridiculous.
As I said earlier, man, you're a lucky guy. Lucky guy that you had the opportunity. And today we've had 2 blowouts so far. Right now, my brother, Hoops by Hunchu, MC Stan. A little bit of crowd engagement, and that was a terrible free throw from this young man.
Time content. God, you don't play around, do you? That's a terrible free throw.
No, you've got to call it how you see it. I'm honest. We've got Jasper in the house.
Oh my word!
Jasper. Now let me tell you about Jasper. This guy is a Patriots fan, and he's traveled thousands of miles last season to follow his team on the road, and for his love for basketball, he's here with his father today to represent at the final week. The Brixton Pro-Am, show some love. Some of the Patriots players have been out. Jules Dangakodo here today as well. Big shout out, Jasper.
He sinks it, makes absolutely no mistake. Goes and hands a t-shirt to the
defeated opponent,
to the other young fella,
who is at least 4 times his age, you know.
It was not as successful as Jasper. More fancy footwork this time from Tahir.
Oh,
I tell you what, that kind of walk at that. He's around the world with the keepy-ups. That was casual. That was, you don't see that very often.
You do not.
6 points the difference. We're about to get back underway. Ebuka Ekwegh will get us started as the referee gets the thumbs up from the table. 20 to play here in our 5-6 classification match in the men's side of the bracket. 20 plays 26. OT Boyz, want to get some makes. They're going to want to get some stops. Samuel puts it up. No good from the elbow. Shot did not have a lot of arc to it. Ozoemelam finds Samuel. Samuels from the break puts it down. That's more like it from Corey Samuels.
I was literally about to say I'm looking for more from Corey Samuels, you know. The British Basketball League player for the Flyers, entering Europe this year. I want to see him take over the show a little bit in this competition.
Yeah, no good from Ogedengbe. I mean, you're not wrong. As Ekwegh picks it up. Corey Samuels, back to back. No, can't go that time. I mean, he really showed out last week in that close victory they had over Vet Status, 52-51. 5 seconds closely guarded. Oh, you don't see that very often.
No, you don't see that call very often. Ogedengbe, hold it. He's still in summer mode, brother Teo. Come on now, Teo.
His debut, Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League. Corey Samuels looking to go inside. No, he keeps it on the outside, finds Ekwegh now. Ebuka Ekwegh has to skip it across. Oh, in and out of the hands of Max Coupe. And Samuels gets his own board. Smallest guy out there. Ekwegh off the mark from outside. Turns it over.
Some shots that I've seen today, Darren, need to stay in pre-season. And that's one of them.
Great drive to the basket. Denied. Better defense from Ade Atiba. Josh Smith-White. And a couple of moments so far in this game. Finds Ogedengbe. So calm all the time, Teo. Fakes the handoff. Wants to go one-on-one with Ekwegh. Stays with Surrey. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time on the game clock. We're just underway here in the third. Surrey yet to score in the period. Oh, rejected. Ade Atiba swats it. Substitutions coming for the OT boys.
Big body Atiba. Not easy to shoot over a guy like that.
Still got 1 second to shoot it, Surrey. On this sidelines, out of bounds. Coupe.
Oh,
It was worth a go.
Taking out the media team, which there are many. Big shout out to all the content creators trying to help push the game forward and give these players a platform. Foul is called there, Josh Smith-White.
Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that in the middle of the floor, Josh Smith-White. There's Taiwo. Finds Eze cutting inside, puts it down. The man jam.
Great athleticism there from Veron Eze. He could get up, puts it down, 2 hands, hammer time.
Smith-White puts up the triple. Oh, fouled, had his landing space taken away. Ade Atiba is going to send him to the stripe on a 1-for-3 play. The Hoopsfix way.
Well, listen, I know you want to try and avoid those situations here, especially at the Pro-Am with these rules, you know, contest. And if they make it, great, you know, for the offense. But if they miss, great for the defense, but you can't foul. You give them a chance to get on the line, and that play can make free throws. It's over for you. Here's the steal now.
Kyron Martin taking it the other way, puts it down. OT Boyz back in the lead. 27 plays, 26. Max Coupe drives on Martin. Martin has a swipe at it, can't get it. Ade Atiba it is with the rebound. Kyron Martin had options, finds Illias Taiwo now. Kick back out to Martin. Just short on that triple attempt. I mean, that might have had Lord Gardner thinking about a timeout had that dropped. As it is, Ogedengbe battling his way inside. Finds Okosieme. It's fouled. See exactly who is the offending individual. My money's on Martin. Oh, I was incorrect. It was in fact Ade Atiba. I think they both had a real good crack at it as Kai Walker checks into the game, as does Erikas Jakstys. Jakstys' first outing today. Smith-White and Ogedengbe to the bench. As Luke Okosieme nails it from the stripe, the 1-for-2. Kyron Martin loses the handle. Sorry, loses footing, keeps the handle. Oh, spin move, driving in. Hands everywhere there. That's going to be Max Coupe with the personal foul in the act of shooting. And Martin. To the line.
Pace of the game has definitely slowed down once again.
Puts it down, 29-28. Yeah, not the high scoring that we saw in our previous encounter. So it's always going to be difficult to follow that. Kai Walker. Oh, baseline. Okosieme not able to pick that pass. Way too much sauce as Veron Eze is found. Oh my! Veron Eze tried to catch a body.
And let me tell you, he's got that in him.
Oh, for sure.
I remember
question.
Birmingham qualifier, ball out 3x3. He was representing, and it was a tied game. They were against tough opposition, and he absolutely stuffed a defender, which I like to call pepper, like a stuffed pepper. Damn.
Short from the stripe. Ade Atiba makes no mistake. And that is a healthy way to score. 31 plays 28. Kai Walker. Jakstys. Gets it back. Coupe. Trying to penetrate, loses the handle. Stays with Surrey. 4 points the difference and 2 possession. Out to Jakstys. Max Coupe driving in again. That's been picked by Kyron Martin. Just to find an outlet. They do. Khan puts it up, puts it down. 3 balls, good.
Second time he's done that now for OT Boyz. Puts them into a 6-point lead.
34 plays 28. Kai Walker trying to go for something slightly spectacular. Illias Taiwo. It is trying to also find Eze, as it is. Jakstys. Kai Walker. Back to Jakstys. What can he do? Long 3. Just short. Batted around. It's Illias Taiwo. Sends it to Veron Eze.
Showtime
with the rack attack. Still no time. 8 points the difference. 36 plays, 28. OT Boyz back in the lead as the 3 ball just short from OT ball. It is Taiwo too strong on his 3 ball attempt. Kai Walker gets it over the timeline, slowing things down on the right side. Hands off with OT ball. Very, very static from Surrey. As Ade Atiba picked the pass, wasn't able to fully bring it in. Tchouya and Davis check it in. He's going to add a lot of dynamism.
I just think it's a little bit sloppy in the last few moments there from Surrey. Needs to look after the ball. These breakaway opportunities. Works perfectly for the OT Boyz. Young, athletic, they run out. They get easy buckets that way. Look after possession. At least get a good shot up.
As Jakstys stays in the game, just tying up his shoes. From a sartorial point of view, the only player with the really, really high tops. It's a bit of a throwback, Jakstys. As Tchouya finds Jakstys at the break. Inside to OT ball. OT ball going to work on Eze. Good stand by Veron. Kai Walker. Trying to go for something beautiful, couldn't quite finish. Khan. 10 to shoot it, floats it up, no good. And Veron Eze in a good spot. 2 to shoot. Veron Eze strips it. Not the worst effort you've ever seen off balance from half court. As it is, 36 plays 28. OT Boyz are in the lead. We can't say they're in control, but they looked mighty good in that last 2.5 minutes of play time.
Without a doubt, as I said, they're capitalising on the mistakes from the Surrey Scorchers at that moment in time. Real sloppy play, you know, not so much movement on offense, not really creating opportunities or creating opportunities to get open for one another. and they are trailing this moment in time. OT Boyz are having a lot of fun with it, by the way. You know, even in the huddle right now to our left, they're all cheering each other on. And Aiden Khan there, he was in the corner. He's made a couple big threes for them already. They encourage him, shoot the ball, man. That's what they want to see. They want to see each other do really well. And as a result of that, OT Boyz, they're by far the superior team in this situation. I feel like now Surrey Scorchers need to regroup and just have the opportunity to enjoy themselves. This is the final game of Pro-Am. Leave it all out there on the floor. You know, let's see if we can try and get ourselves a close finish, which clearly I don't have the look for compared to how it was last week.
I see Surrey, and this is not a big lead right now. 8 points. It's healthy, it's decent, but we have a lot of basketball left, and Surrey have a lot of talent in their roster. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Jakstys talking to the magnificent Marv. Or the table, I'm not entirely sure which, to be honest. Never mind. Leome Francis.
Finally, we have some live stats for you. We got there. Spread scoring across the board for OT Boyz. Only 2 players out of the 11 in action without points on the board. Chris Taylor, we know he's going to get a bucket. And Corey Samuels, I thought he did make a shot. But in the live stats, it's showing 0 for 4. But we definitely saw a triple from him at some point along the way. But nothing standing out particularly well. 8 points from Brandon Tchouya for the Surrey Scorchers. 6 points personal. Ozoemelam alongside his 3 rebounds. But this is what I'm saying. OT Boyz playing as a team, having fun, spreading the scoring, spreading the opportunity, and as a result, everyone's eating.
And I think we're just the hold-up is once again we're seeing the table, making sure that they are happy with the stats. So we are again. Players playing, they're taking it serious, and they're told, hey, you're going to get decent stats. So they've got to make sure that they get proper stats. So what are you expecting from the rest of today, then?
The rest of?
Today.
Oh, I mean, excitement is first of all. Next game coming up, Anked.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed watching them at this year's Pro-Am. And they'll be taking on
TVC, who I know I've really enjoyed watching TVC play this Pro-Am.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Bob Banks has had his side playing some really good stuff.
I've really enjoyed since Aaron Rye came in. I'm really looking forward to seeing him show us what he can do in the BBL next season. But here, he's a head above shoulder standout player when he turns about the Pro-Am. So week 3 for him in the final week of the Pro-Am.
Good drive, can't finish though, Brandon Tchouya. And straight away, OT Boyz. Oh, Veron Eze, that is ridiculous. That's beautiful.
That was sweet from Veron Eze.
10 points the gap. Oh, Veron just
Here we
picks the
go,
pocket of
here we
Roosevelt
go.
Davis. Sends it down.
He's having a great time in Brixton on Sunday. A phenomenal time. He's having fun with it.
Absolutely. He's a fun-loving player. It's Tchouya from the outside. Can't go from 3. And it is good. It's a brilliant opportunity to see so many players and see their truest basketball self as Kyron Martin puts down the 2.
That opportunity was created by Aiden Khan there. The cut through, taking away his defender, opening up the lane for Martin to attack the rack for another 2 points.
Martin picks that pass intended for Jakstys. Hands off to Taiwo. He's met in the air, illegally so. And that's going to send Lloyd Gardner to call time.
Yeah, well, he needs to at this moment in time. But, you know, I don't want this to become over-structured. This is Pro-Am basketball. You know, need to let them kind of flow a little bit. You know, give them a couple of options and let them play from there. His team aren't really showing any ambition at this moment in time.
So 42 plays 28. Surrey down. And, you know, still don't want to get a little bit over dramatic with it, but they haven't scored in quite some time. In fact, they've only got 2 points. If this is correct, if I'm reading that correct, they've had 2 points in this entire second half so far. Yes, I am reading that correct. That is actually a lot more worrying than I realised.
Yeah, no, it's atrocious. It's what it is to only score 2 points so far in the second half. They're going to need, you know, a lot to get themselves back to the lead. But the game hasn't, you know, there's 14 points. That's 7 stops, 7 makes, and they're back into this.
There you go, look at that. That's spoken like a man who's done a bit of coaching. Break it down, one possession at a time. Get a stop here, get a make there.
You can't think about the big problem overall. You've got to break it down to small pieces, take one play at a time, and just give every play your utmost effort. And Surrey Scorchers right now need to focus on those stops, getting out, running the floor on offense.
Do you know what kills me? A team will be down 1, down 2, 5 minutes to play, and they start playing hero ball. They start trying to win the game from 3. It's like, you have so much time, and that's what Surrey, they can drag themselves back into this. They do well to avoid. That was not, in fact, the real deal free throw. Illias Taiwo just showing off a little bit there, one-handed, lefty finish, as we're back to something with the table.
Yeah, I think they're just checking out the score once again, and something going on with the live stats today. You know, we really appreciate their help, making sure that, as you said earlier, people's performances are being recorded.
Absolutely being recorded, being recognised. It is Taiwo. Puts it down, goes with 2 hands that time. And the gap is now 16 points. Brandon Tchouya drives, kicks to the corner. Jakstys gets rejected by Taiwo. And now Veron Eze, oh, just ahead of him. Kevin Ozoemelam apologising to Eze. I'd like him to apologise to everybody in the arena because Veron was about to do a madness, I have no doubt. Brandon Tchouya. Hands off to Jakstys. Kai Walker trying to turn the corner.
This is it, static here at this moment. It's easy to read now when you're trying to find a movement.
Kai Walker can't finish. You back him from there. And like you say, not a lot of movement. Even inside there, look, Okosieme is fouled. Made very difficult for him there by Kevin Ozoemelam. So at the stripe, 1 for 2, Okosieme. Puts it down, gets a very favourable roll. And it's the opening points in this final period of play for Surrey. So Ogedengbe to check in next time. Veron Eze elevates, can't put it down from the elbow. Kai Walker over the timeline. Has Jakstys for the handoff. Roosevelt Davis, what can he do? He can find Tchouya. Has it stripped by Taiwo. And that's into the crowd. And Taiwo heads to the bench. As does Veron Ekwegh checking in. Alongside him, Bruce Adjei. As Ogedengbe checks in, Kai Walker to the bench for Surrey. OT Boyz.
2 points from Kai Walker in this game is a little underwhelming.
He's certainly not representative of the player we know he is. As Leome Francis gets her hands in there, Kyron Martin. Lovely finish. Taken all the way by Ogedengbe. As Tchouya floats it, can't finish. Adjei looking for the option, finds Ekwegh. Kyron Martin, long three, can't go. Oh, but inside. Ozoemelam battling, wants to call. The play's still going on though. Got to get back on defense. Otherwise, Ogedengbe is going to kick it, and the 3-ball off the mark. Okosieme throws it down. That's a frustration dunk if ever you've seen one.
I mean, the pace of this game, personally, is feeling a little unbearable at this moment in time. I'm looking for some excitement.
OT Boyz there. They're just playing some really fundamental, solid basketball right now. Making things uncomfortable for Surrey, making things difficult, slowing things down. As a foul is called.
Blocking foul is called. Bruce Adjei still moving backwards as the contact was made.
So it's going to be one shot for two. That's still the rule for another 2 minutes 40 or so. It's going to be Brandon Tchouya. Makes no mistake. Surrey chipping away. The gap is 12. And they still have a healthy amount of time to play with. They need a couple of stops and a couple of makes. Leome Francis, the double comes. Francis drops off inside to Samuel. Gets rejected by Okosieme. This is more like it from Surrey. No call there. Davis just runs into the brick wall that is Leome Francis. Ogedengbe over the timeline, puts it up. Off the mark from outside. Okosieme trying to fade it away. Lovely pass. Stays in bounds. Samuel's just a bit too strong. Tchouya.
Hey, the pace has picked up now. At least they were listening to me for that moment.
10 points the difference, and yeah, definitely pace has picked up. Oh, spin move, Samuels drops it off. Tries to bank it home, does Leome Francis. It doesn't go, Brandon Tchouya. Picking up the pace, he's met it, the rack. Fouled hard by Ebuka Ekwegh. He's going to go to the line with a 1 for 2. The clock stays rolling, 3:10 to play. In the final period of play, this to make it single digits. As Jakstys heads to the bench, Max Coupe checks in. Again, always impressive Max Coupe. This season and last here at the Pro-Am Summer League. Doesn't go halfway down. So it stays a 10-point ball game. Ozoemelam picked up by Tchouya. Long two, no good. From Ade Atiba.
Not the shot you want. Scorchers now, important.
So Ogedengbe, offensive foul.
Smiles, holds his groin, waddles off.
Lloyd Gardner on his feet, arguing. Not seen one of these officials change their minds yet. As Ekwegh just finds his way inside. That's a classy finish from a classy player. Brandon Tchouya fakes him out. Can't finish, is fouled. Will go to line. We're within 2 minutes, so he has to shoot them both the old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way?
Well, you know, the regular way.
The regular way.
The standard way.
FIBA rules.
FIBA rules way.
Compliance.
First is off to the left. They're both off the mark. Okosieme was on the spot for the rebound. Tchouya can't go from outside. Okosieme does put it in.
Okosieme, steady game for him. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 blocks.
Chris Samuels puts down the triple. That's more like it. A real dagger from OT Boyz. How does Surrey respond?
Icing on the cake in that one. As you said, a dagger as the foul is called.
So the foul comes, 1:29 to play, 12 points the difference. So 2 shots coming for Taiwo Ogedengbe. That's 5 team fouls on the OT Boyz, so hope remains eternal. As the first is a little bit too strong. Neither go. OT Boyz lose the handle with Aiden Khan. So the clock stays stopping. Ekwegh with the foul. Called for a push on Tchouya, so that's going to send Brandon Tchouya to the stripe. He's gone 0 of 3 his last 2 trips to the stripe. As this, the Barking Rec Centre really starting to fill out as the first shot goes ahead of our medal matches, which are starting just next with Ankh and TVC going to work. As it is, Tchouya goes 1 of 2 at the stripe. Ekwegh, no good from 3. Scorchers remain just about alive with a minute to play. Max Coupe driving, can't finish, no call on the play. Ebuka Ekwegh taking it the other way, puts it down. That might just be ball game. Final minute to play.
Has spent most of this game on the floor trying to take charges.
That's been picked off by Aiden Khan, and Ebuka Ekwegh not able to finish. And Adjei also not able to collect the handle. 52 plays 39, 41.7 seconds to play. Okosieme hands off to Tchouya. Step back, triple from the top. No good, and his landing space obliterated, it has to be said, by Kevin Ozoemelam. And he's going to go to the charity stripe. He's going to shoot 3.
And that's going to be an important 3 points now for the Surrey Scorchers. Of course, this game is pretty much done, but Brandon Tchouya, their leading scorer, in fact, the leading scorer in the game with 13 points and 4 rebounds. 4 for 11 from the free throw line.
Gets his first to go. We'll be asking for your player of the game at the conclusion of this game.
Well, you know what?
Both sides.
I will say that, you know, for me, on the OT Boyz team is the key word. I can't really pick an individual player out because it's just been so much fun to see them smiling and enjoying the game, enjoying each other's style of play. And, you know, eventually they're going to be getting the dub here.
Tchouya goes 2 of 3 at the stripe. And over the timeline will go Aiden Khan. Nearly had his pocket pick, keeps the possession. Ebuka Ekwegh uses that screen, still Ekwegh. No look to Ozoemelam, still goes for it. Long 2, I think it would have been, didn't go in the end.
Ebuka Ekwegh, he's got this knack of getting out of double team traps, you know.
3 ball to finish, can't go, and that's going to do it. The OT Boyz take the win. They were well worth it in the end. 52 plays 41. They've defeated the Surrey Scorchers. After a brilliant defensive stand in that second half, in particular third period of play, they won it 16-2, the OT Boyz, and they traded but still edged the final period, but by then the damage was very much done. So you're on the fence with the OT Boyz right now. Talk to me about the Surrey Scorchers.
Well, yeah, I think the Scorchers, 15 points, Brandon Tchouya, points on the board, but Okosieme silently working as well, 10.6 rebounds for him.
To go with the 1 assist as well.
Yeah, you know, and he had 4 blocks. So, you know, he was out here, he was trying to make a difference where he could. And so, yeah, from the Scorchers, Okosieme, but for me, great team performance from the OT Boyz.
I've got to say, Ebuka Ekwegh, talking about players whose stock has risen, for me, Ekwegh is a player who, throughout this tournament, it's been like, okay, the next week, okay, the third week, okay. You know, you get the picture.
Yeah, without a doubt. He's used this opportunity as a platform. He's really worked hard to showcase his game. And, you know, he's performed. He's their leading scorer across all 5 weeks. You know, 13 points per game. And he's the GM at the same time, you know. Some would argue that gives him an advantage, you know. But he's done a great job.
So he's been bossed out on the court and in the administrative world. That's going to do it. That's going to wrap up Game 3 here from the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2023 Finals Day, live from the Brixton Rec Centre, brought to you by Stan Socks and Contested.com. Tahir, thank you again for joining me, and thank you at home for joining us for this one. We'll be back shortly with a slated tip time of 2:15 for Ankh versus TVC. That's going to do it for this one. The OT Boyz take the win over the Surrey Scorchers.